Hi guys, so I did a brief video on Loki yesterday, just kind of testing it out, seeing how it worked as a rinseless. This is a hybrid wash. It's really designed to be foamed. So I got an IK foamer. It actually arrived today, so I'm kind of ready to go with this. So in this IK foamer, I have their, they specify 2 ounces to 32 ounces, so I've got 3 and 48 inside this cannon, just so that it's full. And then this has like 43 psi of air, which is what IK tells you to do. And it has the middle size foamer. And then I'm also going to test it against Nemesis, which I have in here. This is Nemesis, and this is the standard 256:1 in the solo sprayer. So we're just gonna see, like, how does this do? A lot of people are, because Detail Co. has 2 different rinseless, I could see somebody just saying, like, well, which one do I buy? So I can't wait for the electric IK to come out. We tested it at SEMA, and I thought it was going to be out in January. And we're in the middle of January, and it's not out yet. So the Tesla's not incredibly dirty, but there is some tough stuff on here. There's like bird crap. There's some bits of tar or sap, I guess I would call it. Some other spots throughout the car. And I did kind of clean the rear quarter already, just messing around here. Just this rear fender. So we'll just spray this on, let it sit for a minute. This does have the, there's a Schrader valve on it, so you can use your inflator to fill it up. Obviously, like I said, the electric would be way more convenient. I also need maybe a narrower tip. This only comes with 1 tip though. It's a little wide. But we'll see how this does. So, smell is good. I like it. It smells, I don't know, melony. Like a melon, not like a person named Melanie. It smells like a melon. I don't know what the target is, but my guess is it's something to do with melons. They have a BioFresh bar as well that's juicy melons or something like that. I'm guessing that's what Eddie went for. So, you might ask, why am I cleaning a Tesla? Well, I said for 2025, I wanted to detail a couple other people's cars because I have a lot of products, because I haven't tested all of them, and because I am regularly clean cars, right? So I have a coworker. I don't know if you remember, I did that Dodge Ram, that black Dodge Ram. So that's one of Jessica's coworkers, my wife. That Dodge Ram belonged to him, and I had told one of my coworkers that I had done that car, and his response to me was, well, I should have you redo my car, this one, because I did a coating on it when I first got it. And he also PPF'd just the front, just the front bumper. And he said, I think my coating needs to be redone. There are a couple spots here and there that maybe aren't really as good as they used to be. Hydrophobics are wearing off. And part of why he had done a coating was to help reject this sap that he's dealing with. So, as you can see, I mean, this is just wiping right off. There's something here, a little back and forth action, comes right off. Get down the bottom. This is kind of like, I won't say it's dirty, but it's definitely like a shade of beige. So, not too bad. We'll get the trunk over here. I think what I'm gonna do is just do the whole roof with this, and then we'll get the other side with Nemesis. So, clean car, clean sponge. Really good job. It's got a lot of lubrication, especially at this mixture. You know, we're at like 1 to 16. So obviously we're using a lot more product with this method. Wipe off is easy, good slickness. Feels very slick on the rag. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think I might like it better than Nemesis. I don't know, you're gonna use a lot more product with this, right? Especially if you're doing it the foamy way. If you're doing it as a rinseless, it might not have exactly the cleaning power of Nemesis. I feel like it's a little bit easier to wipe off, but here, let me show you this kind of. So here's a good example of what I mean. This is like bird crap, and you can see it's just kind of melting and running down the hood. So here's a spray bottle. You can see it just like, you don't even need to put any pressure on it. It just rinses right off the car. That just kind of wiped right off as well. Got some more here. Again, we're just kind of rinsing it off the car. So I think that it provides a ton of cleaning and lubrication. The foaming action makes it dry a lot faster on the car. So, you know, just going over like this roof area here. But all in all, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. You can see it's pretty streak free on the glass. Got a little bit of something stuck on there. Over here, we're gonna try Nemesis. I've got Nemesis in my solo sprayer. Like I said, it's 256:1, which is the standard Nemesis dilution. We use it to rinse some of this over here. I think the hood here will be a good test. We've got a lot of brown and different stuff here. And what we see is like 95% cleanup almost immediately. And then these little spots, like this brown, it's like, I don't know, sap. You just touch it and it kind of comes right off. If we give it a little bit more time to soak, it'll probably come off even easier. Same thing here. You can see the water coming off of this is pretty brown. So, you know, the wipe off with Loki, it's probably a little bit better than with Nemesis, right? The amount of lubrication transitioning across, I definitely feel more slickness on Loki than I do on Nemesis. And also I had to hit the, you know, the bugs and stuff less, right? But they're both super effective. So Nemesis versus Loki. Loki foamed definitely has more cleaning power. It's also a lot more product. You're mixing it 1 to 16 versus 1 to 256. So you're actually using 16 times the product, right? I liked using Loki. I actually like it a lot. I already own a gallon of it. I thought that I was going to like it, and I do like it. I'm not upset that I bought a gallon of it. A gallon isn't going to last me as long as I thought that it might. But the foamer does use a little bit less product than a sprayer does, so that's kind of nice too. I think maybe I need to mess with the dilutions a little bit. And the reason I'm saying that is as a rinseless, it's 256:1. And then it says foam cannon, 3 ounces and 32 ounces. So if I've got a 1 to 10 inside a cannon and then I'm diluting it with the cannon, that's like another 1 to 12 to 1 to 15. So that's like 1 to 128. It's about what's going to hit the panel, something thereabouts, 1 to 130. And then in a foam sprayer, they're telling you to use 1 to 16, which is a much stronger dilution. So I think I'm going to play around with this a little bit, but at the dilution on the bottle, I had a good experience. I had good foam. The foam was, I used the middle tip, and it was a little on the dry side, so I might want to go a little bit more wet or use a little bit less product in the foamer. I had no problems with like bugs and sap and stuff just melting away. That was really nice. It just wiped right off. Some of them just melted right off. So, you know, good experience with foaming. On the Nemesis side of things, the Nemesis definitely attacked the dirt a little bit more. So with the hybrid wash, it kind of takes the dirt and suspends it in the foam, and the foam is right there. When you spray the rinseless on, and you're using, Nemesis, it kind of runs down the panel, right? So you see the dirt kind of run off. Just a different way of doing things. So I think I'm honestly going to keep both. I think that I would probably use Loki first if I was doing like a really dirty car. Maybe I'd foam it with Loki first and let it dwell for a couple minutes, and then spray the whole thing with Nemesis, and then do like a regular rinseless wash. You'd use a little bit more product, but I think that you would end up with an overall safer experience. The slickness on both sides is pretty close, honestly. Like it's hard to say which one is slicker. The car does have a coating of some kind on it, so I'm testing out a couple different panels here, left versus right. And I want to say they're really close. Maybe Loki is just a little bit slicker, but they're both, like, again, real close. The overall user experience is good. The cost per wash, especially on Nemesis, is really low. On Loki, it's probably a little bit higher, but again, you're going to get more out of your foam cannon than you do out of a sprayer. I used half of a solo sprayer here, doing half of a car. I would have easily used the whole solo sprayer doing the entire car. On the foamer, I have more than half left. So, and I was kind of going heavy with the foamer. I got the wheels and stuff with it, and, it did a good job. So all in all, I think it's a product worth trying, especially if you're interested in trying out a hybrid wash. I think that it worked really, really well. It's definitely something that I'm planning to keep on my shelf for the foreseeable future. So it's like not something that's going on secondhand detailing, right? Spend a little bit more time with it, see how it works for different situations. But this had some crap stuck on it, and it looks really good. And I don't have any like marring on the paint. I'm looking at it here under different lights and different angles, and there are no scratches or anything. Like, everything looks good. Good slickness, good gloss. The windows came nice and clean. I enjoy that. Yeah, I think all in all, it works really well. So I've been waiting for it for a while. I'm glad it's finally out. The next thing we're gonna do with this Tesla is we're gonna do a clay bar or a synthetic decontamination towel. We're not gonna use like a true clay bar. I don't think that we need that. There's a little bit of crunchiness here and there in a couple different places. Interestingly enough, there are a fair amount of paint defects in this car. I was surprised, like fish eyes or little dots, or like things that are like divots in the clear. Just what I would describe as paint defects, like imperfect paint. Surprising. And I'm not gonna, I don't know. I don't want to get into like what I actually think of the car. It's interesting. It's the second or third Tesla that I've driven. When the owner gave me the key, he said something along the lines of like, it's okay, but it has no soul. It's just like a tool. It's like driving a microwave. It does its thing. At least this one has like a normal round steering wheel and a turn signal stalk that actually, has a turn signal stalk, and it actually has like a drive selector, and it's not one of those like the newer cars that are stockless without all the buttons and stuff. I think it looks okay. He's got it all blacked out. There's a carbon fiber lip on it. It's got 19-inch wheels or 20-inch wheels with 275 tires on it, but all 4 tires are curbed from his wife. And I'm looking at it today, and I'm like, if they had just gone 10 or 20 millimeters wider on the tire, that wouldn't be a problem at all. Like, they're 275s. If they were like 295s, like there would be rim protection on all 4 wheels, and you wouldn't have to worry about like having giant curb marks. It just wouldn't take much to make it a significantly better situation as far as that's concerned. I did charge it while I was here. I plugged it into the wall for a little bit. On the 120 volt, it charges pretty slow, but that's to be expected. It's weird to drive. I'll just say that. Like, I've been in probably close to 1,000 cars in my life, because I worked at a shop for a long time, worked on multiple cars per day, every single day. I've probably been in 1,000 different cars in my life. And, this is like one of the few that has a very high learning curve in terms of like just general operations and use. And it's it's definitely interesting. But we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to use a synthetic decontamination towel and decontaminate all of this with rinseless. And then we're going to go through and we're going to do a coating on it. We're going to be using Diamond Protech's coating. And I'm interested in trying that out. I've never tried a Diamond Protech product. Rag Company sells them. I met them at SEMA and was able to get a coating to try out. So we'll see how it works. The coating was sent to me for free to test out. I'm just going to be honest about that. I met them at SEMA and there was a follow-up back and forth exchange. And they just said, you know, are you interested in trying one of our products? And I, of course, was. So yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for a Diamond Protech coating or you're interested in trying them out, I will have a coupon code and you'll be able to save a little bit of money on one of their coatings and it'll give me a kickback as well. But, you know, like all of the other products that I test, I'll be honest about it, how it is, how it works, my experience, all of that. But this being outside all the time, Diamond Protech is supposed to be one of the more durable coatings. So I thought that it would be a good test for it to see how it works. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.